is National Poetry Month. Here at the Putnam Library, of course, we love poetry. We love lots of different types of poetry. I myself do not love poetry very much, but there are a few kinds that I do like, and I wanted to explain. We thought we might try to pop on some this month and explain to you some different poems or some different types of poetry to get you to love poetry like we do, something that I definitely need to learn. So one of my favorite types of poetry, and something that I learned even when I was a kid, was about a haiku, a type of poem called a haiku. And this is a traditional Japanese poem, a form of poetry that's very, very simple to read, simple to write. It is only 3 lines, and they don't even have to rhyme. This is what makes it so simple. Traditionally, the 3 lines have a specific number of syllables in each line. So that goes 5, 7, and 5. Your first line will have 5 syllables, your second line will have 7, and your last line will have 5 again. Now, if you don't know how to count syllables just by listening to the emphasis of the words, there's an easy way to count syllables, especially for kids if you're just learning, is to put your hand under your chin like this, and every time your chin hits your hand, that's another syllable. You might have to get kind of close up there to feel that. But these, like I said, these are short poems because of that. 5, 7, 5. They're meant to be read in just one breath. So they don't have to be long, they don't have to be intense. It makes them easy to write. Traditionally, haikus focus on nature or the season, just what you see outside. So you might think of words like snow or grass or green, windy, those type of nature words. It tells the reader more about the atmosphere and the nature around it. And sometimes haikus can be a little bit playful. They can have what I would call a surprise ending. So your first 2 lines might be going along smoothly, and that last line just gives you something different, a surprise. Those are my favorite kind of haikus, but then again, that's my personality. I think they're fun and funny. Another thing about a haiku is, instead of just describing the feeling of what you're seeing, how it makes you feel, the poet will show the details that made them feel that emotion. So instead of saying, I felt lonely, they might describe the empty sky or bare branches, things that convey that feeling without spelling it out outright. So I think you're ready to start writing your own haikus. Some things to remember. If you're stuck, if you don't know where to start, look outside, look out your window, look at the season, look at the colors you see, look at the textures. Maybe you will write about the season, the nature, the foliage. Maybe you'll even write about an animal. Maybe you'll write about something furry or fast, a tiger or your pet, something funny, just nature. Think about that. That's a good inspiration. Also, don't forget that element of surprise that you can include, that last 5 syllables that just catches you with something different. The last thing to remember is after you've worked on your poem, after you've worked on your haiku, the traditional way to write your poem is to center all the lines so that they are more like a diamond shape. You'll see the center line there. Your second line is going to be longer than the other 2. That's the traditional way to write your haiku if you're going to write it on watercolor or illustrate it in some way. I've got 3 haikus here that I would like to read to you. They are more of my variety of haiku, a little funny. But if you do decide to write a haiku, let us know. We'd love to see what you've written and like to see some ideas from you for April National Poetry Month. The first haiku says, music on, windows down. Pull over, I gotta go. Waiting at the rest stop. I think that one's pretty funny. That's not necessarily nature, but it is maybe a natural function. The second one is a little deeper, a little darker. I think that on this Monday we can all feel this. Traffic is insane. Can I just go back to bed? It must be Monday. Yeah, that definitely gives us a feeling without having to describe the feeling. Our last poem, this is a handy trick if you ever get stuck for your last line and you don't know what to write. To end this poem, I need one more magic line. Refrigerator. Absolutely. I think the word refrigerator is the perfect ending for almost any haiku. So like I said, try to celebrate National Poetry Month by visiting your local library. Come see us at the Putnam Library or at any of our branches, and we will help you find the right poetry books for you to learn about and appreciate poetry. That's something even I need to learn and can learn a lot. So join us this month for National Poetry Month. We hope to pop on a few more times and explain some different poems and poetry for you. It's been nice to see you. Bye.